Hello and welcome to another match in the Renaissance Cage Tournament. This is between hakha3 and Fircoal. Not sure exactly how that should be pronounced. Anyway, the cage card for this is Canal, and hopefully that will be purchased more than the 0 times that Academy was purchased in the previous match. So Canal is a 7 cost project that discounts cards by 1. So it's pretty valuable. I mean, really, anytime there's plus five buy, there's going to be some argument for picking it up. And then I also had a nice game the other day where I had a like a there was platinum and crown and canal, so you could crown platinum to get colony. So even if you didn't have plus buy, that was pretty cool. Anyway, so no no real thinning on this board. You can replace your coppers with ducats, which is generally a nice thing to do because they're more flexible. And you can remodel your estates, which I guess can be thinning if you're turning them into cantrips, but not like strong trashing by any means on this board. So Fircoal opens Silver Cut Purse, Hakha opens Cut Purse Engineer. I guess there's not really any draw to speak of on this board, so you can't build too terribly much. I don't know how realistic it is to expect to like win a bunch of chariot races and build around that. Canal in general makes that slightly less likely to be effective because if you have any coppers sitting around, like well, no, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's not like the coppers don't ever catch up to anything else in cost. So never mind about that. Engineer makes it slightly less likely to work out, but it's only one card, so it's not a huge difference. If you don't know, you can't win a chariot race if an engineer is flipped, regardless of which person flipped it. Engineer wins versus copper, right? Um, Actually, I guess I don't know that. I guess maybe it does. That would kind of make sense. All right. Meanwhile, what is happening? So, Fircoal has already picked up a canal. This is an opportunity to potentially trash an estate with farmland. Not sure if that's the best play. That is what he's going to go for. Pick up a remodel. Unfortunate draw with the terminal collision this time for Fircoal, though. Hakha has all 3 of the Blessed Villages. Nobody's picked up a mining village, so Fircoal should probably get on that. If I'm Hakha, I think I also want to be trying to pick up a canal. All these chariot races aren't, well, I say all these chariot races, only 2, but they're not going to do too much to enable that. Okay, so apparently Freaky is going to be joining me in the chat. Hey, so hopefully this works. Oh, wait. Actually, I think I have my desktop audio turned off, so hold on a second. Can you say something?
Hello, test, test. Can you
Yeah,
hear
okay,
this?
that looks good. I'm just looking at the balance
Okay.
in OBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Um,
opportunity to do a test recording, so hopefully this is fine. I know Sam E apparently ran into some trouble in a similar situation with one of his videos.
yeah. Do you want to test it or like do
I'll
you
just
just
hope
want to
for the
risk it?
best. I don't want to interrupt the recording.
Yeah. I don't think anyone had issues with that with me. But yeah, I was also surprised to hear of that. Anyway, I think you really want Canal here with the engineers. I'm surprised that the player who has the Canal doesn't have an engineer anymore. I want to pick up royal carriages.
Yeah, that is actually something I did not point out, but is definitely valuable.
And you want to be able to remodel coppers into races.
Hmm.
Seems pretty big too.
Yeah, I mean, you do want to have some Ducats for plus buy purposes, which also combines well with Canal, but being able to turn some of them into actions is definitely very valuable and effectively thinning. Kind of the only way to thin. Well, I mean, you can do it with your estates too, but
Well, yeah, that could also, well, sort of thins in a sense. I mean, it doesn't necessarily fin you gain a card to trash a card, but
yeah, it's not thinning your
you
deck
need it
size, but
anyway.
you can turn
So
it into something that it's like a cantrip.
it is thinning with something like Taxman or Butcher. Usually it's not. So I was wondering how early you go for the Ducat here, just to be able to spike 7 more efficiently, but I don't think I would give it high priority. I might have picked up an early mining village for that purpose, though.
Yeah,
Like I could have even seen opening mining village silver here.
that would have been interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess cut per silver does most of the same thing.
Well, it doesn't rule card,
Right,
but yeah,
right,
it also hurts your opponent. But then again, do you want to cut person in the long run?
right.
Probably not.
And I think it's all right.
It's
It takes
fine
a pretty
though,
long
yeah.
time to get rid of all your coppers.
Well, yeah, it's just even if it guarantees hits, it's not very great later on, but it's not like you do anything crazy here, so.
Yeah, I mean, with the lack of draw, I feel like so long as you are removing a copper from somebody's hand, that's pretty good. Like, they're not increasing their hand size unless they have a rail carriage on the mat and call that on Chariot Race or Blessed Village or something.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you're also not doing much with your turns other than like in terms of buy power, it won't really matter too much if you have
Right,
that one coin or not.
right.
So I would really like an engineer if I'm Fircoal. I would really like a Canal if I'm Hakha. But
Is it Firecoal? Is that the intended pronunciation?
Fircoal. I just added an E in there.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
Firecoal has a thematic consistency, so that's nice.
yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it without the Fircoal.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, but it could, it could be either of those, or even like Fearcoal.
So I'm surprised they went for mining villages at all. After early, it seems like it's just worse than Placid Village.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
Like,
Like,
and even early, it's only for Canal.
I mean, at a certain point, you like to have the mining villages, but getting the potential tempo from the Blessed Village just seems
Well, the idea is that the
better.
boon earlier will make up for way more than the potential to trash it later for 2 coins.
Right, right.
which I think will almost always be the case. Cat Purse is nice at knowing what your opponent has in hand if they don't have a copper.
That's true.
I did gain Cat Purse one for the deliberate purpose of seeing what my opponent has in hand.
See,
Like later in the game.
those are the kinds of advanced strats that I have not thought to employ, but I really like that. That's creative thinking. That's one of the things I like so much about Dominion is you can do little optimizations like that.
Yeah, it was actually a game state where I didn't have to play for the dot, but I would benefit a lot if I knew he had a dot. So I was like, okay, I can do this relatively cheaply. Let's do it.
Sure.
Doesn't seem like they're hitting any numbers. Also, I like how they're just 5 races gone and we have not seen a single race. It's like...
Yeah. I would. I mean,
I want them, but it's still funny.
Yeah. I am, like you said, I am also surprised that. Well, I guess actually Haka hasn't even hit Canal money yet. I guess
No,
what I'm surprised with him is that he hasn't tried to set that up. Doesn't seem like he's prioritizing it too much.
I don't think he really was in a position where he could have so far. I mean, obviously his build order is not exactly supportive of hitting 7, but I guess he had hoped he would win a race eventually.
Yeah, I mean, if you did win a bunch of races, you would hit 7, but
Yeah.
there's
don't play that order. Remodel before the shuffle.
Yeah.
You don't have a better target than the state. Hey, we have a winner. The first race.
Yay. Yeah, with this set of cards, you're just very likely to, you have 3s and 4s, they have 3s and 4s, so you just don't win. Like you're not going to have a lot of more expensive cards.
The copper fitting isn't too strong early, so you always have that chance. Man, do you even want to Swiss? Probably, because it's still top deck, still scouts your top deck.
Yeah, and I guess, so that combines well with Chariot Race, and I guess if you have some Ducats, it can draw those. I mean, it's not very likely, and you don't want very many of them with your Chariot Races anyway.
It also draws races once you have Canal.
That's true. Yeah. On the flip side, you don't want those low-cost cards in your deck with the races, so it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. That's the wrong phrase. It's good and bad.
I don't like that order again. He should Placid Village first if he has a Pearl Diver left in his deck to potentially set up his race there. Like, he should have played the Placid Village, and then if he draws the Pearl Diver, he could potentially top deck something.
Right. Yeah, that's Pearl Diver's ability isn't usually super relevant, but it could be here with the Chariot Race.
It's not a bad card. It's better than Harbinger, in my opinion.
Better than Harbinger. Interesting. I mean, would you still say that if it cost 3?
Yeah, if they cost the same, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, in non-engines, obviously, Harbinger is better, but
yeah,
most of the time you want to draw your deck, so.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was kind of thinking through. Is like, okay, if you are drawing your deck anyway, and you're not gonna have much in your discard pile, then I can see the argument.
On the other hand, I'm a huge fan of Mountain Village because of the discard, so I guess that's a little inconsistent for me.
But Mountain Village draws the card to hand, so you don't need to combine it with additional draw, which is a huge difference.
Yes.
Also, Mountain Village is a village, so there's that.
Yeah, I meant specifically the effect of Mountain Village.
Mm-hmm.
I like those. I have a gainer, and then I can gain it and draw it right away. Like those Inventor University-esque games with Mountain Village. So those races are really not great, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to do this. Of course, there's not, the chance of seeing that gold isn't that high, but still, at least now it's there. Hey, there you
Ah,
go.
won a race. Well, no reason to top like that.
Alright, so when do we just see greening? And also,
Also, think about engineer again.
yeah, well, I was also wondering about farmland. Actually, I guess farmland copper is now worse than if you didn't have Canal because the chariot races are gone. I mean, because you could farmland it into a silver, which is fine.
You can never do. Oh, okay. But if Canal wasn't there, you would have to gain a state, so or Pearl
Well, you could
Diver.
gain Pearl Diver.
Yeah, right now you have to gain silver. Who wants silver?
I mean, silver is better than copper. But yeah,
Most.
that's. I was just wondering whether he should have held off on playing all his treasures and at least looked at what he could do with farmland. But I don't think any of it was super exciting.
Turn 15. Wow. Doesn't feel like they're doing much for that. I mean, there's no draw, so,
Yeah,
but still, it's like one province, two provinces gone.
I also don't know about that
Killing
play.
copper into silver, you mean?
Remodel copper to silver, gain gold.
Oh,
Is
we're
that better
buying
than just buying
province.
province?
Probably not, no. Province on top is. There's races they're just not meant to win. They should take some teaching from Zerix. Zerix had great races earlier. I want more of those races. Oh, race first here.
Yeah, that's nice when your opponent's chariot race tells you when to play your chariot race.
At what point do you start blowing up these mining villages? It's not like they need the village.
Yeah,
So I would think about like whenever it makes you hit province that you otherwise wouldn't, I just blow it up.
right. I mean, I guess the other option is like consider remodeling it, but nah, that doesn't seem.
One to what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like here, I would blow it up if it allows me to remodel the gold. Well, doesn't need to.
I mean, he still does if he wants. Oh no, he's got 2 coins in play.
No,
Never
you can
mind.
just.
Yeah, so double province. That's nice.
I mean, he could have done it so you can do silver into duchy and farmland the gold into province, but I don't know. He did just trigger the shuffle, so maybe that would have been a play that I would consider there. Certainly would have considered it. I don't know if I would have done it.
Remodel did nothing there, says Akuchi. I'm not
What?
sure what he
I'm
means.
not
Maybe he thought
following.
that Fircoal bought a gold? Yes,
Okay.
this is the first game.
I was thinking it might have been a response to my commentary, but it doesn't seem like he's listening. So.
Yeah, he's not in the chat.
Okay, so that we see mining village fighting the dust. I wonder if it's positive or negative for the races to not have them in the deck.
I would, I would think it might
I would think they're
just be
positive
neutral,
still, right?
but
Yeah, they could be neutral.
the average cost.
Well, average isn't really how you want to look at races, right?
Yeah, well, I mean it's or like the cost distribution, I guess would be the better way to say it, but um yeah, I guess it's probably positive. You're more you're more likely to see the cards that you have that cost more than Mining Village, which are relatively few and the only ones that are realistically winning races. But either way, they're winning so few that it probably doesn't have a huge impact.
Well, I still think they win fewer than they are expected to by quite a significant margin.
what would you have done differently to change
Draw
that? I
better.
guess draw better.
I don't. I don't think there was much they could have done about it, to be honest. Like, I don't think this was some decision that they did that influenced it to the
Okay,
point where it's fixable. It's just
you just think
how
that
it turned out to
distribution was
be.
bad. I just think the fact that all of the like that so much of the card costs in their decks are concentrated in the like in the same cost band is a big part of it.
Sure, I don't know if it would have gone so heavily for the races. Certainly doesn't look good the way it is. But I would have also mostly gotten a lot more carriages to be able to choose when to like
Yeah,
carriage something, and also just as a 5 cost.
right, right. Yeah, it does seem odd that there's only been one royal carriage purchased.
It's well, purchased. I can see it's mostly odd that they haven't gotten an engineer plus
Oh, right.
Canal.
Well, sure. Yeah. Okay. I'm being too specific. Gained.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm just stupid attic, but
No, that's it's these distinctions do matter. So
well, Calpers wants to be played just to.
just to
I
hit
mean, I guess.
province.
Well, mostly I wanted to see what my opponent has in hand, but I guess it's like these decks. Every hand is kind of looking similar. It's not like you're gonna see some big info.
No, I I guess I mean you could consider.
Well, I could kill it into cut per to Dutchy and silver into Dutchy, and then well, can you
Uh,
do some farming stuff? Probably somehow better. You can
yeah,
do
I
what?
was thinking farmland.
Well, you can do remodel into Dutchy, play the cut purse, play the gold, farm into silver into Dutchy. Probably what I do, but
So you gain two duchies at the cost of a remodel and a silver.
well, I also gain a farmland, so I gain
Oh
8
yeah,
gold.
yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, you certainly don't just buy the second to last province here. So you're gonna
No,
be looking at duchies anyway. I think I like that line better than um, what Zyrix is suggesting.
yeah, it just gets well, it gets you to 30. What Xerix is suggesting, which at least defends against just province, but it doesn't even defend against farmland and gold.
Yeah. Well, and there's also the chariot races
Races.
to consider. I know they haven't been hitting, but you hit two of them and then you lose. Especially because if they are hitting the races, that means they're more likely to be able to buy that last province.
Yeah, I don't see a good line playing both remodels, so and the silver is just better for the farmland. So I think
Yeah.
I just remodel a remodel. Nope, he does not. Okay, so I guess he does Xerx's line. That's about the only line I see after you remodel the cut purse.
Yeah, I mean, remodeling into farmland is worse, so you're not
Yeah,
doing that.
at this point of the game, certainly. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, okay.
I really don't like this line.
Okay, so well, yeah, I think this is basically just like a case of not
Almost
seeing
strictly
it,
worse.
like you trying to figure out a way to optimize how many points and just picked what turns out to be slightly worse. Okay, well, and also didn't buy an estate, but that's fine, I guess.
I mean, it could be flipped by the races, I guess, of Haka.
Well, and it's just you're about to
Probably.
shuffle. Dang.
This is pretty funny to watch and absolutely frustrating to play. If you're like, again,
Hakka is short of being able to farmland province, but wouldn't probably want to
wouldn't do
anyway.
so. Anyone? I mean, he might have to go for it if he would have been able to. But do you just play
I mean, that
double
definitely would
estate
have been
here?
losing to farmland province. I mean, not that he knows that,
Well,
but we
yeah,
can see that it would have been. So do you spend the?
that changes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Do you
I
spend the
mean, it's
token?
probably better than just double estate. I would blow up here even if I don't need it, just to fake a worse hand. Because you're not seeing them anyway, so I might as well give my opponent the impression that I don't have my golden hand.
Oh, interesting. Well, okay, so that turns out to be really good anyway.
Wasn't necessary. Oh yeah, it was necessary
Yeah,
to replay
yep.
the first.
All right, so
No, but I meant even if it's my last action this turn and I know it and everything, it would still blow it up. Just
yeah, no, I
fake the
understood what
worst
you were
hand.
saying. But you know,
Obviously, you blow it
it
up
was
with
also an
minus.
opportunistic play.
Yeah. Well, with no real downside, so yeah,
Yeah.
might as well go for it.
So I'm. I don't really have any meaningful thoughts on what Fircoal did to win that game.
Well, he had 3 remodels to 1. That's obviously giving you a lot more endgame
That
control.
is true.
I also
Haka,
think he had more golds. He had 3 golds to 1 at one point, right?
yeah, Haka had. I
And
think
no
Haka did at
silver.
least have a second remodel at one point, but remodeled it. I want to
Yeah, that's
say,
possible.
but yeah, I I
Man,
think
early
Engineer
village
was the
prince.
missed opportunity on that board.
Yes. Oh god, having a 4-3 is just winning here, huh? Against a non-4-3 or 5-2 anyway. Top decking chapel, trash. Yep, that's nuts. You really want to have at least 4 on your first hand here.
Yeah, that's.
Really badly.
I mean, at least there is some offsetting consideration with the 5-2 in that you do get to pick up a hunting party or something, which is, I
The
mean, is
trash at
nice,
least to
but
state in that case, though. Well, neither of them have it anyway.
yeah.
But I would have thought about like top decking it here and buying something else
Yeah,
on
I
the
was gonna say
free.
Fircoal could have. Whoa, Death
What?
Cart.
Really wants the Canal, or is like wow,
Or Prince?
wow.
I don't know.
I mean, he won Prince here, no doubt about it. Uh,
But you don't want it yet. You don't even have the card to Prince
no, you
yet.
don't want it. You can Prince the Chapel. That's gonna give you star points. I mean, that's gonna give you star points.
It does remove
Gotta
it
be
from your
that.
deck, so you don't have to.
He actually got it.
All right. Well,
Wow, that has to be terribly wrong, right?
I mean, I can only assume he plans to pick up an advisor or something
Well, but
here.
you
Oh
can't
no,
pre-shuffle because you
Prince of Abandoned
trash.
Mine. Let's
So
go.
yeah, don't do that.
No, no, don't do that.
Obviously, don't buy the Prince in the first place. But
A key they can't steal away. I like it.
man.
Wait, what did? So Fircoal still doesn't have anything to actually pair with the
Well, no, but what
with
was
the
he gonna do
Prince.
that
I
turn?
hopefully he knows better than to chapel those 4 coppers.
Oh, you
And
have to buy his advisor or
yeah,
inventor or something,
yes.
or even top decker courtier. But
So what's?
could just buy a courtier, right? Trash 2 coppers and buy courtier. I think that's what I
Yeah,
do.
that wouldn't be bad.
I mean, ideally, you would print something that's like at least a cantrip, but because
Yeah, I
don't know,
mean,
I
I
guess
think
you
if
can't
you're,
really do too much inventor stuff.
going, like, part of the point of Princing is to have a village, right? So, but he goes with
Well, you can also
Inventor.
obviously do, yeah, you want to do inventor stuff here, so might as well be the inventor itself. I mean, you have Canal, and then it's still inventor, so you get it. There's a lot
Yeah,
of nice things to get from it. I would just buy a second one here, definitely. Or another death card. I mean, clearly
wow.
alternative. Interesting. I did not see that coming.
No,
I like how both players just got it too.
I
It's
think.
like,
Okay, so I assume Fearcall plans to buy another Prince based on that purchase. I'm not even so. I'm
well,
not
you got
convinced
two
that you
here,
need
yeah.
a second death card to do it. Well, you can't play both of them, so
Well, no, I mean you want the second prince on this board, I think, but
yeah. But
I think I would go
the
with
second
two.
death card is what I'm asking about. Like you
Yeah,
can't
no,
play two
that's
death
silly.
cards.
It's inventor, like, or advisor or something.
Yeah, this is a good point that Donald is raising that you can print hunting party with Canal.
Yes.
That's I mean,
But it's not much better than printing advisor with half
no,
negativity.
it's cool. that's 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 what I like about it. It's probably more trouble than it's worth
I mean, you can
relative to
also
Prince
print hunting
Advisor.
crowns if you're trying hard enough, but
Yeah, that's true.
why?
Yeah,
And also print the prints
at a
for
certain
some
point, you could
reason.
have just been, buying points or something.
Well, I still think this is some deck where you play around 2 to 3 inventors per turn for some time, but it's not an inventor mega turn in the classic sense, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, in order to do that, you'd have to. It would take just way too long to set up.
Yes.
How many? I don't know how many princes you'd need, but it would be a lot.
Too many. I think we can agree on that number.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, trash everything here. I think, like, I keep thinking, well, he should be really thin. Maybe you don't trash.
But then
Well, nope.
he's
Double
got all
death
those
card.
ruins.
Oh man, this is hilarious. Another
So
advisor.
Haka, I think, is doing it. He's gonna prince the hunting party.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, unless he completely forgets about that he can do that, then
Oh no, I wasn't suggesting that he would. I just had just noticed that he actually had it in hand. It's exciting.
you don't ever keep the rune market. Surely there's traveling fair anyway.
Well, and yeah,
Wow, we're keeping it for death card, huh?
I guess so.
And this is wild. Um, I also think this game should be much further ahead by turn 9 than what they're at.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, those death card buys, they let you spike things, but they also slow you down quite a bit. Like you're seeing some bad hands here with all those ruins.
I just think it's faster to trash down and then build up normally. Maybe then you get a death card after you've trashed, but like
Yeah.
getting it at half, like in the open, that seems pretty, yeah, odd. Especially then the
Yes.
Prince buy was over Canal was very back. I think he had 9, so maybe there was doing some traveling line, traveling fair line, but I don't think there was one.
Yeah, he had 9. So he could have traveling fair Canal, but I don't think that really helps anything.
And then buy a rune.
Buy and top deck it. Yes. Achievement unlocked.
Yeah, I also don't see what this courtier is supposed to do in this deck at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's no terminal space. You gotta if you're gonna go that direction, you kind of have to prince, hunting party or advisor.
Yes.
Otherwise, just
Well, or inventor itself. That
yeah,
also.
but I mean, if but with the death carts and the courtyards as well, like if you want to be playing all of those, like
Yeah, I was more referring to how your deck should look like, not how it does look. Um, do you get a second prince here? I feel like I do. Advisor prince top deck.
that's yeah, that's pretty sweet actually. Being able to
I
top
don't.
deck.
Do you really need the inventor? You can just always inventor. I would rather get an advisor.
Well, I mean,
Let's
they're
figure
both
that out.
good. Wait, did he just not top deck the prince?
He indeed did not top deck
Huh.
prince.
I mean, he's
He has a hunting party, so
yeah,
it's
but
very
he's also
likely
got he's
fine.
gonna play an advisor and oh no, he's got it is the prince hunting party. That's right. Never mind. Yeah, so he's pretty likely to draw it anyway. Still
Shouldn't
still
really
seems
matter.
odd.
Well, it does increase the odds of having your advice on hand, so. Well, he top decked it anyway, so.
Yeah.
I guess not really. gold? What are we doing with gold?
Not playing our death cards, I guess.
It's not a board I ever wanted gold on. That the right order? Don't you want to inventor first? I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah.
Well, no reason to discard the. Okay. I was gonna say no reason to discard the inventor.
He did exactly what he did, because now you get to Prince the hunting party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah. Very strange. Well, inventor.
Well, he could also choose if he wanted to invent draw with hunting party and then play the prince. But either way, you wanted to discard the hunting party so that there was no more draw happening.
Yeah. I mean, you can inventor for hunting party and you have an inventor and a hunting hand and can pretend that card does anything in your hand because it's also just prince. I mean, it doesn't matter, right?
Gain a silver.
Okay. Weird.
Huh. Yeah.
Very weird.
He could have actually princed hunting grounds if he wanted to. I don't know that would have been the right move, but it's just
like it's way overdraw and you really want the action. So.
Yeah. I guess my point is like inventor gaining silver seems really underwhelming compared to some of the other options.
Well, because it is. In my opinion, anyway. He can't buy prince, right? What am I missing?
No.
Yeah.
I think hunting party inventor probably, or traveling fair
he
hunting
can't
party.
Do both.
Okay. Bison gains a chapel.
That's fine.
Wait.
You can trash your silver.
Where did what happened to his other chapel?
I guess he death carded it, right? Must have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
he did.
Wait, does Hakha still have it? Death card? I guess he must. Did he play it and I just missed it, or?
He doesn't have anymore. No, he just wants to kill the coppers.
Oh, right. He trashed it because he didn't have an action to trash.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't mind the chapel. You want to kill those coppers, and hopefully those silvers.
Yeah. No, that's all fine. It makes sense. I just had lost track of what happened with his previous chapels and death cards.
So I'm not really seeing what Fircoal is really trying to do here with his line.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see it, but I'm not succeeding.
I mean, he may be aiming to just play something more money-based than, like, inventor-based, although he does have an inventor, of course.
Yeah, but even that I would play very differently, so... Not really sure what exactly his plan is. I mean, I would still just buy Prince Hunting Party here, but... That doesn't really work with the line. It doesn't really scream consistent with what he's been doing so far. So, I guess it's still the best play. Gotta acknowledge your mistakes and try to make the most of them.
Yeah, I mean, the good news for him, I guess, is that Hakha hasn't really put the game away. So
certainly not.
There might be an opportunity for him to come back.
I don't think he's terribly behind, if at all.
I think
he's behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely behind. I mean, it's hard to imagine these decks ever having a dot now.
Yeah, they definitely shouldn't. Well, I mean, arguably this turn Fircoal is going to have one just by virtue of not having any actions to play if he wants to prince his hunting party, but after that he should be fine.
Well, it's not really a dot if that's basically all you were expecting.
Yeah, dot is probably not the right word. It's a turn in which there's not that much happening, relatively speaking, compared to Hakha, who can uh, do a little bit more. He's gonna have played 3 inventors to
I don't think you
Fircoal's
play this
1.
inventor, but maybe it does. Okay, then that chapel really looks weird. If you're not playing the chapel here, then what did you get it for in the first place?
That's a fair point.
Double, wow. Like this seems like overbuilding now. Like
Yeah.
I would just green here. If I down trash, mostly I would trash. Like either I
Wait, 2
trash and then I get.
princes. Holy crap.
Are we seeing the prince princess pile here?
Yeah, I think.
Wow. He could have done so already, but
Yeah, he could have already Prince Hunting Grounds, and I don't think that, as you pointed out, I don't think you really need to. Like, you've already got such strong draw off of Hunting Party, and Hunting Party's giving you actions.
yeah, and you mostly care about actions anyway. Draw is pretty insignificant with the abundance of draw their decks have, and just the board has itself.
Why ever gain an advisor at this point over a Hunting Party? I mean, I guess. Well, no, I don't really get it.
Well, it can certainly be better to have an advisor than a hunting party.
I mean, he's already got 1 advisor. I don't know.
Well, there are also just pile considerations, so.
Yeah, but I think both Hunting Party and advisor are part of that.
Yeah, invent. Maybe invent province. Maybe that's better, but.
At some point, I'm pretty sure it will.
Yeah, it definitely is. Well, I would have gotten it last turn, but.
I mean, I think so.
I
Actually,
thought
this is, I guess, a bit of a dud for Haka. He only played 1 inventor, didn't draw through.
yeah, well, he did Prince twice, so I mean,
That's true. Yeah.
obviously he only plays 1 inventor if he Princes the other 2.
Right. Right. Yeah. Again, it's not. It's maybe a low tempo turn is what I should say, but it's like a building turn, something. Anyway, but I guess where I was going with this is now I expect next turn that he can grab a whole mess of provinces if he wants to, and with the hunting grounds, like, it doesn't hurt that much. You know, you draw 1 province and then you stop drawing them, for the most part. So
Well, yeah, you should
I
have
would.
this game. But you can also just probably easily pile, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I basically think.
I mean, there's no way he doesn't have a win next turn. It's
Yeah.
not on province piles, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's the ruins are easy to gain. You know, you just pick
Well,
up
you
2
gain
death
death
cards.
card twice.
You get,
And then that's it.
yeah, 2 death cards, 3 advisors, and an estate if Fircoal doesn't green here, which he should as a
Yeah,
consequence.
but I don't, like, even if he got double, I think there would be a win for Haka. Like, probably.
Yeah,
pretty
I would
easily,
think
too.
so. Why not trash that courtyard? When are you? Oh, I guess he does have an action left.
He trashed the channel, so that's probably a better target.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it is. Yeah.
Is there any way Fircoal can win here? Bad.
I don't.
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either. He can't even get 2 provinces, which is.
Well, now you would pile death cards and advisors and then bind a state or something, but.
Oh, I was just referring to earlier when you were talking about him being able to double province. He can't actually do
No,
it.
he can't. But even if he could, but yeah, there's no win here. Or even anything remotely close to it. Advisors tend to be pretty expensive.
He
so if you only have
certainly
2 inventors.
should not do that.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like
Yeah,
won't.
it probably won't. It probably won't change the situation, but I still think you don't. There's no reason to make it worse.
No. Well, maybe if your opponent misses the most obvious pile out, then you have some small out by doing that. I mean, you might as well at that point, but obviously it's not happening.
I don't know about the mid-turn gaining of the death cards. I mean, I guess it does give you more money, but it also gives you ruins.
Yeah.
I think I would have preferred to just draw through first.
Yeah, it's just. Does he even have the actions to play all of them? Oh, he only gained 2, so I guess he would have the actions. Yeah, okay. Wow. It's not like he can ever really have doesn't draw the deck. Like it's ridiculous amounts of overdraw.
Yeah.
Even after gaining what 6 stop cards and death cards and runes.
Look at that, he got the ruin market.
Damn.
That's value.
Just black probably something. Something that scores preferably.
Alright, so I think, as you said, I think there was definitely some overbuilding going on there, but I do think also that Hakka's build order made a lot more sense. Getting the Prince on a non-terminal first.
Yeah. I saw that opening, but didn't think you had enough power to put. What, to pile out? Or what does he refer? Or is he
I assume
literally...
that's what he means, but I mean clearly he Hakka could have bought another death cart instead of that last duchy and
He
still
could
would have
have done
done
a
it.
million things more if he wanted to. If you inventor the 5th inventor against the... No, the 4th inventor against the province, so you... And then your 5 inventors in play, that makes them cost 2. Oh, still not enough to province pile. It's closer though. I
Yeah.
don't think it's there. Anyway, I'm back in a minute.
All right. Well, I'll also just say that I think that was a really cool board. I mean, I like boards where there's that kind of tension between like the value of building up and the speed that the board moves. I think they didn't take as much advantage of the speed as they could have done, certainly. But it'd be interesting to see, like where is the greening point on that board? How much do you actually want to go in for those princes versus just building a relatively small amount and then just grabbing some provinces.
How was this game close? Wait.
I don't think it.
How did that last turn?
Yeah, I don't think it was particularly. But
anyway, let's see. We don't have a village this time whatsoever, right? Nope. Nothing.
No, we do not. We do have Margrave. So
Looks like Margrave money to me.
Yeah.
Really not much. I mean, you probably get idols because, well, they hurt, but there's Guardian, so you don't want to overdo it.
The Druid boons are Action Coin, Discard Treasure, and Buy Coin. So Fields Gift, Earth Gift, Forest Gift. I can never remember the names, so I just talk about what they do. But so not anything that is going to dramatically shift the...
Is there any combination of boots that makes you go Druid here? I can't think of one.
Well, I mean, if you had trashing, you might consider...
That's not good enough, because the engine that results from it is not doing anything.
Yeah,
If
probably
there was a
not.
village, sure, but there isn't. Yeah, on 3-4, I can definitely see Guardian Margrave. I mean, the 5 would be Margrave, I assume. I don't really see how the 5.
Yeah,
So we have Silver versus Silver Baron. Well, Baron is a lot better at hitting 5, but it also gets a lot worse. So I
yeah.
really don't.
I don't really like the Baron. I don't think it's going to be difficult to
Well,
buy
you
some
hit
Margraves.
7 which is really nice. You have a good chance of 7.
That's true.
Good chance of 7 anyway. But... So I think it's mostly for Canal, which does make sense.
Yeah. And I do like being able to. I do like having Canal so that I can hit Colony, which is 2 platinums.
Well, it's also with Margrave, right? So he hits
Yeah,
Canal
yeah.
here, which so this Baron does look pretty good if you hit Margrave Canal. Like that's solid.
Yeah.
This shuffle though, not so much. I like how we've gone from basically perfect shuffle to this.
Well, do you just pick up another Margrave here, or
Wait, he bought a Druid?
uh?
Oh. This is not a board for minion whatsoever. I would just idle is better than gold. So it's fine in a minion deck, except the minion deck isn't fine.
I mean, I guess that the thing about minion is that you can recover somewhat from the Margrave attack, but
Yay, and then you don't have any payload. Corporates you can't trash, all these estates you can't trash, all
right,
these guardians that you carry
right. I mean,
around.
you're still gonna have to
Guardian.
like you're gonna be fishing for the Margrave with the minion if that's what you're doing. Like you're still
And then you
ultimately
need
playing
it
the
at the
Margrave.
end of your turn, because otherwise you can't discard again with minion. It's terribly awkward. Do you really want to undo the platinum buy?
I guess
To
you
get
wanted
a
Canal.
what?
Okay, second. Is that no? That Hako is the one with the Baron. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that picking up a Baron here makes any sense, but
Well,
it's
not
not.
at this point. You get in the open or never.
Yeah. I mean, it's at least not as bad as I thought for a second when I thought it was his second Baron.
No, definitely not. Still confusing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you can Earthgift the Margrave on idle here. I guess. Nice about Druid now. Still wouldn't ever
So
get
is
it.
that what he's going for? Is picking up idols?
Well, then your opponent gets Guardians.
Well,
I mean, I guess I just buy nothing here. Or, like, yeah, I don't want anything. I don't want the silver, but if you get anything, it's silver.
yeah.
Well, I gotta use all my buys and money. What is that attitude?
I think that is a pretty common uh, line of thought for people to have.
That's also a lot of the times very wrong to think like that.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be putting the best stuff into your deck, not necessarily the most like cost-efficient stuff. I mean,
Again, I don't think either of those cards pass the nothing test there. Perhaps Guardian does, but no way Harbinger does.
yeah, I mean, Guardian has a place, but although honestly, I'm not even sure about that. If you build for money and you have platinums in your deck, um, your opponent hits you with the Margrave attack, like it gives you, slightly better odds to see your Margrave and slightly better odds to see your platinums. So in some cases, at least you're gonna want to get hit by that.
I mean, I'm not saying there isn't a world where Harbinger works out nicely for you. It's just I don't want to draw dead with my Margrave. And
Right. No, I completely agree with that.
Sorry if you can hear me typing there.
No worries. You're no tracer.
Yeah, well, it's hard to beat that. Well, yeah, Guardian, Margrave, Money, the only deck there is, right?
Yeah, I think
You,
to me there's an open question of whether it actually makes sense to add the Guardians or not. But I can certainly see it being correct to do so.
well, you probably get the Guardian just because you have these turns where you're not really interested in buying anything with the Margrave buy especially. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
And the attack still hurts even this.
Colony Guardian looks pretty good here.
I don't know what he has coming up. Like, there's certainly a point where you actually like to get attacked.
Right,
I don't know
right.
where we're at this point.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm saying I don't know.
I'll see if just
Whether I actually want Guardians in general or not, but.
But was it just me, or did you cut out there?
No, I just sometimes do that.
Okay.
I'm just like there's like the I'm just like, but I don't know, could go one way, could go the other, not sure.
Okay.
Don't feel like finishing the sentence to say that because it isn't interesting.
So he top decked Margrave even though he had a guarantee. He had another Margrave in those. Not sure about that. But it's probably okay. I mean, you have two Margraves or one Margrave, and I'd rather have the two over the alternatives he had there, which all were.
Oh, sad Flames gift.
We can comment on the order being wrong. You don't want to play your idol last there.
Yeah. But there wasn't anything that he was going to trash with it anyway.
No,
right?
it's just habit. You always do it unless Wind's Gift could screw you over if you have drawn deck. It's just
Right.
play that first. But usually what happens is
Changeling.
autoplay treasures. Whoa, changelings.
I mean, I guess that can turn into a platinum, but
With 4 colonies left, you're getting a card that does literally nothing
Yeah.
on your turn.
I assume the reason is to turn into a platinum. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only rational, but that time is like 5 turns ago. If ever.
Yeah,
Probably
I
never.
tend to think it's just never.
Yeah, it's probably just never. I mean, you can turn it into Margrave, and if you fail to, you could like platinum, but
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want a billion Margraves either. Right? You just
No.
want like
You want to have one in exactly every hand.
well, yes.
Sadly, you can't really achieve that, so you have to satisfy yourself with not getting that. Another changeling, man. It's like they confirm each other. I could get the changeling. Ha! Now I have to get a changeling instead of buying. No, you couldn't have bought colony. Never mind. It's not how Canal works.
I mean, could have bought Guardian, I suppose.
Well, it's better than changeling. Anything is better than changeling other than curse. Yeah, literally anything.
Well, I think. Is that true?
Well,
Maybe that
Spade
is
is
true.
better. Copper is certainly better. Druid is better. Hound is better. Harbinger is better. So yeah. Best case copy Guardian. Yeah, that's the best case indeed.
I mean,
Well,
I still think best case is copy platinum, but you
Not
have
at
to
this
do it
point,
early
yeah.
enough that it makes a difference.
Like at this point of the game, your best collision is actually Guardian. Man, then why didn't you buy a Guardian? That's a sad hand for Fircoal.
Wow, yeah. Well, that's what happens when you have too many actions in your money deck.
Well, no, I meant the free platinum hand, but
Oh,
yeah,
never mind. I'm looking at
Hakka's
Hakha.
1-2, yeah. Hakka's 1-2, yeah. But his deck is like terrible, so it's kind of expected.
Alright, well, Hakha can pick up a province and we'll still be behind, so...
Yeah.
Although, Fircoal's hand looks pretty poor.
And I really want to switch to Sam versus Gray. This
Oh.
is painful to watch.
Well,
but I guess we want to finish it because of
yeah,
your
I'm
goal,
gonna
but-
finish it. You can always watch Sam's recording of it later if you
Yeah, that's true.
feel like you missed out.
Unless Kepler is in it, then it's not watchable. Because of his mic, I mean.
Yeah.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah, I paused for a second. I was like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, here you get to buy Guardian and then Changeling. Synergy.
I mean, that's not ridiculous at this point, right? Like,
I mean,
plus 2
do it.
coins,
You
like,
buy
might make a
Dachi
difference.
Guardian. You buy Dachi Guardian years. You definitely don't buy Margrave anymore. Oh,
Alright, well, he's
man.
just gonna get the platinum.
We're playing the long game here, apparently. He's trying to win the platinum split.
In some games, that's a thing.
Is it?
I've
I don't
seen
think
it
I've
happen.
ever had that.
I've seen it happen. Maybe it shouldn't be, but I've seen it happen. Well,
You're
I've seen
right.
the
I mean,
pile
played
run.
10,000
Although,
games and
in
never
fairness, I'm
seen-
probably thinking of like a 4-player game, not a 2-player game.
Well, I've seen a pile run, but it wasn't like I won because I won the
No,
platinum.
no. That's not.
I've certainly had a few games where the platinum pile run. Yeah.
I like the raid buy. I mean, at this
Yeah.
hitting somebody with the minus card attack is nice, and silver is
But
a pretty good card in their decks at this point. A really good card in their decks at this point.
Well, Fircoal's deck is pretty good. Still, like, so it tends to happen when you refuse to buy green and always get more and more platinums.
They're so
Collin's
delicious.
Colony is pretty winning.
Yeah, that is.
Double colony, double province, not so much. So
I mean, I think you have to assume that Hakka's not going to be able to match that, and indeed he cannot.
No.
Yeah, that's a win for Fircoal.
Beautiful, beautiful kingdom. Turn 23, just your average money game. I mean, this shouldn't last that long, to be fair. But, man, don't play the Margrave. I guess he had Guardian up, so whatever. Didn't make it this card.
Alright, so Fircoal is 1 win away from advancing.
Man, what is this rating? I've never heard of it. Hakka isn't usually, like, bad at all, so... He's
gonna check.
49. What?
Well,
What is happening?
don't always read too much into that. I started recently playing some ladder games again, but I went months at least without playing any and had a lot of rating decay where I was like only playing.
Yeah, but I'm also looking at his fee, and it's not that low. It's 0.25.
Okay.
His Muse 0.36. So... I mean. Anyway, Apprentice Fortress. Yay. Outpost, a pile I've not seen run.
Yeah, that would be pretty strange. Well, you can certainly do things on this board. Um,
Yeah, like Apprentice Fortress with outposts and remodel and
yeah,
stuff.
you
I
got the
mean,
draw, you
can't
got the
imagine what these specials
trashing.
have
The
been put
trashing's
there.
not amazing, but speed-wise,
Well,
but it's
when there's
good enough.
Apprentice, pretty good trashing, very good trashing, in fact. Just not super chapel-like
Yeah,
trashing.
it's not
Well, I open
it's not
Wishing Well
bad at
Temple.
all.
Certainly open Wishing Well Temple.
There is
Warehouse. Wow. No. Silver. Ugh. Guess he wants to hit Apprentice. Don't like it. I guess if you open... What do you open with the silver? Wishing Well?
So wait, what would your opening have been?
Wishing Well Temple, definitely.
Okay.
Not even close. I mean, the alternative is Courtyard Silver to get Apprentice, but anything else seemed really strange. Like, anything but Courtyard here seems really, really strange.
Well, Warehouse Temple,
Yeah.
I guess, is
either,
not too dissimilar from what you were describing.
it seems mostly just worse. But...
I mean, it makes you more likely to find the temple in the first place. Though in this case, his is
if you wish
bottom-decked.
correctly, which I mean, you obviously can't guarantee, then you draw your deck. But like now, you have this issue where Warehouse triggers a shuffle you really hate to trigger.
Right. Yeah.
If you had a 13 card deck with something like Lucky Coin, sure, get a Warehouse. But yeah, like now he basically has no turns ever for the next one. This turn, next turn, the turn before, they're all ruined now.
Yeah, I mean, assume next turn he'll just pick up a silver. Maybe a Wishing Well, but probably silver. Oh, wait. That triggered another shuffle?
What did?
Um,
What do you mean his Warehouse play last or not? No, that can't be. It always triggers the shuffle, so it shouldn't.
I'm just.
confuse
Oh,
you.
he has two warehouses. Wait, when did he get the second
yeah,
warehouse?
As soon as Warehouse, I don't know.
Oh, that
He must have
that
gotten
does
it
not
turn
seem
three.
correct at all.
He got a turn 3.
Okay, I
Yeah.
just missed that. That seems crazy to get
Yes,
a second warehouse.
it certainly is. Oh, should probably be another Wishing Well. But yeah, I can see Wishing Well remodel, but I think worse than remodel Temple.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have the temple on the opening.
Probably just could even see Outpost here for Hakha actually.
I wouldn't mind that. Second apprentice
A
would be
little
fine.
early.
Outpost would be fine.
Doesn't he have to? I think he has to. Pretty sure he has to. 94. Fircoal doesn't
Oh,
have
sorry.
one.
Yeah, you're right. He does have both of the apprentices.
does.
I just look at 8 and I'm like, well, obviously each player bought an apprentice because why wouldn't they? But that's not accurate.
Well, it's the start of the shuffle. He's not triggering it next turn, so I think it's fine to get it now.
Steph says it's too early for the outpost. I'm not exactly sure.
Well, it could definitely be too early.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I was gonna say I'm not exactly sure what you buy if you think that's the case.
Probably Fortress.
Yeah. Well, Hakha doesn't have a temple either, so I mean, I could see him wanting to pick one up
Well,
to thin some copper.
Temple time is kind of over, I think. You just apprentice the Corpus.
Apprentice
It
Copper's
wants
so
your
sad though.
overdraw. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I trigger the shuffle every day of the week. This is like a very good shuffle to trigger.
Yeah, it seems fine.
No, it seems actively very good. It's not just fine. It's very, very good through the shuffle. Yes. And now I think of my hireling.
Well, can't do that now.
Oh yeah, right. That might. Yeah, I definitely want to.
But yeah, I mean, hireling and outpost combined is really nice.
Yeah. So the top card is outpost in here, which does look a little silly now. Not too much, but definitely doesn't look amazing. This should be hireling in my opinion. Well, he doesn't have apprentice. Never mind. He needs apprentice first. Cool. So you can kill those whales.
Where are you seeing him getting that much money?
From the remodel?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Don't need money if you can remodel.
Right, of course. I'm on top of things totally. I think I thought he had already actually done the remodel. That's what was tripping me up.
Ha! Non-consequential courtyard. Top that copper before, top that copper
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
Damn. Now you. Well,
I'm not sure if that's positive or negative style points.
it's probably negative. Like, it somewhat implies you didn't know what's on top.
Yeah, that's true.
Not, doesn't necessarily imply it, of course, but it's like,
Ugh.
well. Hakha looks pretty one here.
Yeah, doing the apprentice fortress thing. Fircoal can do it too this turn. Hakha has the outpost, which I think puts him ahead.
Well, he also has all the bushing wells for consistency.
Yeah.
He's not as thin though. That's the main difference.
Yeah.
I don't think he has to be as thin.
He does have a
you really
second
want-
apprentice though, which should help him catch up over time with that. I think.
Wait, does he only have
Wait,
one?
did he just
fortress?
wish? Oh, I
He
see what
did.
he. Wait, no, I don't see. He wished for hireling and he didn't have one in his deck. I don't understand.
I probably wanted to top deck the apprentice.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was gonna say, oh, that's a good play, but never mind.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
wouldn't
fine. I mean, he can buy
Well, probably
hireling here.
I thought he had more than one fortress there.
He is going to need to get some more money at some point.
Just remodel a bunch for it. But no.
Sure, I mean that's
Terribly inefficient to. What? Another fortress buy?
yeah, I don't like that. I would have liked a hireling or even
I guess if you draw a deck, you can always in-turn gain the. Seem like.
yeah,
Doing
that's
that.
true,
The
but you're not
outpost
likely to
turn.
do it on your outpost turn.
Yeah.
But I also would have liked to. Well, actually, he is gonna do it. Just about, not quite, maybe.
Well, what's left in there? There's an apprentice in there for sure.
Yeah. Oh, another apprentice. Huh.
I think I would like at least one hireling.
Yeah. Well, okay. This is getting to the point where it's going to be difficult for him to buy anything. Maybe it doesn't matter because of the remodels, but if that's
I really don't think it matters much.
well, I mean, I guess what I was going to say is if that's the line he's going to take, then he should pick up another remodel probably.
No, you always get fortress at this point of it. You can always remodel the fortress.
Well, yeah, I
Remodel
didn't
fortress
necessarily
is-
mean right with that purchase. I just meant in
Okay.
general, like if your plan is to do all your gaining through remodels, then having more would be nice.
Yeah, I thought he had more fortresses when I said he looks pretty one. I thought he had 2 instead of 1. I mean, pretty big difference between him being 3-1 behind Nuplet and it being 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think he's pretty far ahead. Yes. Yeah, second apprentice seems fine. But I could have still seen the hireling, given that you could play this turn and he really doesn't need to fin coppers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Dude. Yeah. Okay. Was it ordering correct?
Top deck
Probably.
apprentice? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you do want to play with 1 core to top deck an apprentice on you, at least for your outpost turns. So I think I like 1.
Yeah.
2 is a bit excessive though.
Well, he can always get
3rd remodel over fortress.
Yeah, I was about to say he can always get rid of
Wow.
a courtyard, and he just did.
Yeah, but more shocked by his remodel. Why? His 3rd remodel by over seems.
Yeah, I think Fortress would have been better there, but
Well, I like to gain and play a hireling here.
yeah, for sure. It's just gonna make the outpost turn so much better, or more reliable.
Which is better.
Yep, it is. Except for first 2 hirelings. Okay, sure. Why not?
Well, you can't gain and play both. Yeah. Or do you mean just generally you prefer 2 hirelings and only playing with 1? Can you gain and play both?
I don't
No, you
see
No, you can't do it.
how.
No, you won the action short for that.
Right. Could play both, but not also outpost. Yeah, that's true, but I'd rather play the outpost.
I assumed that was a given.
Yeah.
Because it is. But yeah, I like Fortress. I like you. Doesn't really matter what you order. Actually, it's better to do hireling first, then druids to have a chance of top decking a fortress. Could have given yourself that chance here.
How would it actually be top decked?
Well, you would have 2 cards, like you do.
Oh,
both
you mean
remodels
yeah?
first, and then if you draw the hireling, you don't play on, and if you don't play it, you play on. So you have a 50-50 to top deck a fortress.
Right. Isn't that? Wait, isn't that what he did?
No, he gained a remodel and stuff.
Oh, he did gain a remodel. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he chose a different line. I didn't exactly, but it seems to have worked out action-wise. So he seems to have just gotten an extra gate and an extra remodel. Well, an extra remodel, essentially. Which, I mean, probably still want another one there if you get it for free. So you could get 2 hirelings here and play them, but I mean, probably want some economy now.
Yeah, getting 1 more, I think, is reasonable.
Could see a gold here. Probably would take a gold here. I mean, it's your outpost turn, so how much importance do you give to your second hireling right now?
Well, just being able to get it, the fact that you can get into play right now, I mean, I figure you might as well.
How likely is it to make a difference on your next non-outpost turn? I think it's pretty slim, so I would rather just gain economy here.
So you just go for 2 golds or something?
I mean, I could see 2 goals and a hireling. So,
I mean, I guess. Um,
I mean, it also works action-wise
yeah.
as
Well, if
well.
you go 2 golds and a
You could
hireling,
also
that's consistent with me saying I wouldn't mind 1 hireling. So that's seems fine. I'm also the another nice thing about getting 2 golds is if you want to buy. Well, actually, no. You never mind. You don't want to buy Canal because that makes your apprentices worse.
Yeah, probably not. He gains a lot of remodel. I mean, he's maximizing the gains, but I'm not sure if that's ideal. You still
Yeah,
get profits, which, I mean, okay, I don't know. I'd rather just get a hireling and play. Like,
yeah.
you can't province now. Unless, but don't you want to buy a province here? I don't know, maybe it's crazy, but I like province here. I mean, what else are you doing? Buy it.
Yeah, I would
Your
have.
buy isn't doing better. Like, now you don't want the canals. So.
I mean, yeah, I guess. What?
Hmm. I mean, it's better than canal, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But I guess I mean at some point you need to have. You either want province money or you want to remodel into province. Gold does both of those things. So I would have preferred a gold buy there if you're not going to go
Well,
straight to
mostly don't want
province.
to dodge, but
Well, yeah, I
I
mean
mean,
that's true, but that's also why I would have liked the second hireling. That also reduces your chance to dud significantly.
sure. I'd rather get the apprentice than the gold sort of thing, but I can see it. Mostly I get province though.
Ugh, remodeling into courtyards is pretty sad.
Yeah.
So that was a fortunate, although fairly likely, draw of a fortress for Hakha.
Yes. Indeed. Um, can he pile? Probably not.
Yeah, it's pretty far away.
Well, it's not pretty far away, is it?
It's
He's how many remodels?
9 gains away to
Well, remodel is just the remodel price just limited by his actions.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure he doesn't have it here.
Well, he's also got to pick up 3 points, so it's really I guess it's more like 10 gains.
It's 10 games, yeah. So you would have to play 9 remodels. Not gonna happen. He doesn't have the actions for that. But you can do it with the outpost turn, of course. If we
Oh
count
yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay. If I guess if we're talking about can he win across this turn and his outpost turn, yes, I would think so.
Well, yeah, that should be pretty easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just remove or lower the chance of dotting as much as you can,
Mm-hmm.
which means don't overgain remodel to a point where it's overkill.
How many remodels
And
does he
kill
have
it.
in right hand right now? 3. So he can
At least
remodel into
3.
2
It's hard to
apprentices or
see.
3 apprentices and a fortress or 2 apprentices and a fortress or 3 apprentices. I think those would
No,
both be.
probably 3 apprentices is just better.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Like definitely. Right?
Yeah, I think that's what I would do.
Well,
And
I'm
then buy.
probably
You can
killing the
also buy an
goals.
apprentice.
So, I guess you don't kill the goals if you get that many apprentices. Really, no reason.
Yeah, you can get points
Also,
on
kill
the
it.
subsequent turn. Just
Yeah, you don't score this turn. Like crazy. Just minimize that chances.
Mm-hmm. So he did. Let's see. Gain an apprentice, shuffle, top deck an apprentice. So yeah, don't draw.
Nope. don't need the action. Though there is a card between gold and apprentice for me. Oh, I would have killed the copper, surely.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, should have killed copper, that's true. Alright, buy another apprentice.
Yes. I mean, this should easily win.
Yep. He should definitely have this.
Unless he plays a remodel before playing a 4.
No,
Maybe.
he's not going to do
maybe.
that.
Unclear.
I think I wonder at what point it should have become obvious to Fircoal that the game was over. Probably at the end, probably before he even took the outpost turn. I don't think that he really had the ability to dud.
Before the up, I'm more like 2 turns. So
Well,
at least...
I mean that it's like guaranteed, not
okay, guaranteed.
that it's like that, not just that Hakha is likely to win. All right, well, we're 2-2, so it's certainly been a close match in that sense. Even though some of the games have been
also in play sense, I think they've played pretty similar strength level.
Well, I mean, I think Hakha played this past game significantly better.
Sure.
And there was another, his other win, he also played significantly better. That was the one where Fircoal at the end said, "Oh, I thought it was close," and you disagreed.
Yeah, but this, yeah, well, definitely wasn't close there either. But the games that Fircoal won weren't exactly close either. Not as one-sided as the Hakha wins. But...
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Is like it's a
yeah, but it's not like
close
he got
match
lucky in
with
one.
not super close games.
Like each game was decided by the better player, certainly. For that game, the better player.
All right. Well, you can definitely do stuff on this board. It's too bad that you can't get rid of your estates, but
well,
maybe it's fine since you can do stuff with the stuff that you can do can include Baron. That's
there's pool, there's goons, there's minstrel, or you build very, very big.
Yeah, for sure.
Vineyard, even whatever, it really matters.
All right, so what do they open? Silver Baron, Silver Baron. Okay. That certainly stands a good chance of being able to hit.
Dudes and counterfeit.
Yeah, goons and counterfeit.
I don't think you open pool potion. Definitely don't open pool.
No, not well. I mean, I don't think that's allowed under the rules of Dominion.
Well, you can certainly open pool somehow. Definitely.
Nothing better than silver.
No.
Yeah.
You can counterfeit it later.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a question of whether you're worried about the speed with which you counterfeit through your treasure. That is a sad Baron, but at least he hit 5.
Well, I like hitting 6 and 6.
Yeah, can't complain.
Please don't buy a second goods, though, right?
Right. No, you gotta get counterfeit. Counterfeit is super valuable here. I mean, like,
yeah,
you're gonna want to several of them.
I almost skipped upgrade today. So
I watched that. Yeah, I watched that. That was surprising to me. But counterfeit here, I mean, you can do stuff. We'll see whether the game gets to this point, but you can do stuff like, goons gain a bunch of garbage, like copper, and then counterfeit it away. I don't.
I mean, you will do that to a degree, certainly.
Sorry.
You will certainly do that to some degree.
Yeah,
yes.
And secret passage and embassy both help make that like not or make it more likely that you can. Well, and also scrying pool, of course. All of this makes it more likely you can draw through all of the garbage too. So I mean, there's just like so much excitement to be had here. I would like to be playing this board.
Really? I don't know. It's interesting in a sense, but I don't know.
I
I'm not
like
a huge fan
I
of
like
it.
boards where I can do big stuff. I mean, I like a lot of Dominion boards. I like Dominion, but
It's a good attitude for something you spend time on. Yeah. Like
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Well, I definitely want a potion here.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not
gotta.
even gonna try and make sense.
This
Like
is
how's the no potion going?
this has got to be potion right here. Well, I guess I can
Certainly.
see him wanting to spend all of his money. Like that's a thing that
And
happens.
all this
But
buy so estate minstrel. I gotta
no.
pull out a baron. um,
But
double silver.
but yeah, they've. I I will be very surprised if they persist in not picking up potions, like as opposed to it being like they're putting it off because they're overvaluing spending all of their money or what have you.
Well, I like delaying the potion. I definitely don't get it. Turn 1 or turn 2.
Yeah, I didn't mean I meant delaying it
Yeah,
longer than
I know
you
what
think.
you meant. I'm forcing that.
Okay, so here you can do like potion goons or something. So you're right,
You
right?
even
That's good.
use all of your money, so. But you don't use all of your goods buys, so.
Oh wait, he's got 4 buys, so you can do
Yeah.
minstrel, potion, uh, well, nothing, I guess, but that's fine too. No. Oh man,
There are even 2 potion cards.
there
So
are,
how
and vineyards could absolutely be relevant at some point.
Yeah, they probably.
I mean, if nobody ever buys a scrying pool, they're going to be less relevant. But
Man, Bennicam counterfeit. It's like on the tame things of stuff on this board.
this chat, oh man,
Ah.
Bandit Camp counterfeit is synergy, but I don't even think it's important synergy here.
Well, I still think you play with that.
Sure, but it's not what you're building around.
Wait, we bought coppers? We bought coppers already.
Oh
With one good to
no.
play.
No. I mean, I did talk about that, but I didn't want it to happen.
I mean, we
at
have
this
to give it to
stage
them.
of the
It's
game.
entertaining. It's entertaining. Just not for the reasons he wants the game to be entertaining.
All right. So, I think a potion here is a real possibility. You could
Oh,
do
really?
like
I don't
potion
think they
bandit
will ever
camp.
But actually, like you should, but they won't. Like I don't know if they mistake pool for possession or something, but
Talisman. I was thinking about that earlier.
I mean it works with Canal.
Yeah, well, I mean, even gaining extra passages and minstrels is good too.
Well, you should get to the point where it's like you buy Falcoon's points pretty early. Like you don't really care if you get 1 or 2 minstrels, 1 or 2 secret passages pretty early on here, I think. To the
Yeah.
point where I wouldn't get the talisman at all, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think I would have gotten talisman, but I think it was something I was at least giving a little consideration to. I don't really agree with Embassy's only draw incentivizes early coppers. I mean, they got counterfeit, so they clearly intended to trash their coppers.
Wait, is this I clicked end actions on accident or what is this undo?
I can't tell.
I mean, it has to be right. Anything else is pretty ridiculous.
Oh, yep, that's what it is. All right, well, let's. I mean, I guess we could do what Steph did and pretend that Potion or Scrying Pool is banned, and then talk about what you do on the board when that's the case.
I'm still pretty sure it's very far from what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do stuff with, Minstrel Bandit Camp, Embassy for draw, and Counterfeit to trash
We still
stuff off
built
of
some
goons.
engine.
Yeah.
See? I mean, Embassy's only one net draw, but well, good enough. Cycles makes your states less sad.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, this is very weird.
Talisman is pretty terrible when you have a 3-card hand. Yeah, that's not wrong. But I guess you can always counterfeit the Talisman just to make it go away if you want to.
Well, then it doesn't work though. Then
Yeah.
It's just a copper.
Yeah, I know. That's one of those like acknowledging your mistakes type moves.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't even know what to commentate in this game. This is like, if you would watch this on ladder, you would have left 20 minutes ago because why are you watching this?
Well, I've had somebody tell me before that it's still useful to think about it like sort of from the perspective of the player and say, well, okay, what can they do given that they don't notice things? Although I think that was in the context of like end game stuff. Like if they missed the pile out, well, okay, what should they do given that we're going to pretend that they can't pile out? And maybe that's not quite the same as just failing to buy a card throughout the entire game, but
Well, it's like if you miss a pile out, that's one mistake in a game.
right.
Missing pool every turn is like making the same mistake every turn to me.
It is, although you could also just say that, well, you're not really repeating the mistake. You just made the mistake once and then never took the opportunity to correct it. I don't know if that's an important distinction.
Well, like for the last 10 turns, the correct move every turn is buying potion.
Yeah.
Probably more than one potentially even, but probably not even count.
I could definitely see an argument for having bought a second potion, especially with counterfeit on the board. Are we really sure pools are good here? I mean, I'm assuming that's true.
Yes, it has to be. True.
The winner won't have any pools. That's potentially quite true. Unless somebody decides to change it up.
I refuse to believe Steph is serious after his play against me earlier. That would so be inconsistent. Seeing that one board and how you played that, and no way you would ever say something like that in serious thought. That was a compliment if that was unclear.
Yeah. I thought it was clear.
Okay.
All right, well, let's talk about this. Given what they're doing, when do they start greening? If, ever, given that Goons is on the board.
Well, you still just keep building and building and building.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would think. But but Hakha is behind.
Well, greening isn't going to bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, probably not. Maybe there's an opportunity
Definitely not.
to snipe a...
Decks can dot, so
Yeah.
you just keep building as well. Well, he's behind in points.
Yeah, he's behind in points. That's all I meant.
I don't think he's behind in the game.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, as the pile's lower, is there an opportunity for him to, snag a win by grabbing a province or two at the right time? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe he is just going to uh, start outpacing Fircoal at some point in Goon's points, and then
Well,
we'll be
like a
asking the same
third
question
if he
about
really
him.
wanted to. Like he could get 20 goons points if he, for some reason, lost his mind in bottle coppers.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
okay,
I didn't mean by doing that. I just meant in
no,
general.
I mean,
Like if he's more consistently playing his goons.
well, potion looks good, right? Gotta
It
get the vineyard.
yeah, that's true.
Second Baron, I guess. Uh-huh.
3 secret passages.
No, that's not secret passage. That's 3 potions, I think.
Oh no, I know that's what he meant. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying no, I'm countering that with three secret passage. Let's go. I mean, secret passage isn't bad on this board. Like I you can
Well,
you can use it to
it's an action.
what?
Mostly. It's mostly just an action if you play with pool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not
You get to top deck a pool every turn.
you get to do that. You get to move your estates out of the way and just like synchronize like how your pools are drawing things potentially. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's solid. It's still worth going for pool. Yeah, I
it
agree
is.
with that. Like it's. I don't know when it will stop being worth going for pool, but
Well,
it'll
pretty
probably be like
soon.
something like the second or third to last turn.
Well, we're not that far off that point. Are we? Like,
I mean, it depends on how they
counter.
play. Right. If somebody aims for the pile out, then certainly not.
I mean, he's probably just buying.
Oh.
He's not gonna buy pool. That card is banned. I'm gonna bet good money it's Vineyard.
I think that's more likely, honestly. Yeah. He did whiff on seeing any of his villages, so he may be reluctant to draw with Embassy anyway.
Nope.
Or not.
Just kidding.
Ouch.
Oh, is that a pool?
That it is a pool. I'd forgotten about the fact that Canal would enable that.
Are we doing this?
We certainly should be. There we are. All
I think
right.
it just realized the card was. That's my giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Took a long think. I assume he was debating between Scrying Pool and Vineyard.
I think he
Really?
was like, let's buy the pool. Wait, there's more than Vineyard on this pool. Wait, there's pool. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that was his thought process. I'm being generous today.
That's good. This is a good opportunity for Fircoal to thin out some of those treasures.
Yep.
Not a bad turn.
No.
I
That looks like an ugly shuffle to have triggered there.
what
Like-
do you think he's gonna buys. He
Oh, I've no. I'm not trying to predict what he's doing. That's like, phew,
well,
that's
okay. I mean,
impossible.
aside from potion, what would you buy in his position?
Oh, what I would buy, not what I think he'd do is okay. I mean, it's kind of hard to figure out given he triggered a shot. Like, you
Yeah.
kind of have to go for a pilot at this point. If that shuffle trigger. So, and I guess you buy a combination of goons and counterfeit. And
Is there an
somehow-
argument for getting more embassies to put silvers into Hakha's deck?
No, no.
I mean, normally,
I think you actually try. You can't really pile the state pile either. I think. Province is just. I mean, this is just giving up. I think you had to do some combination where you pile good states over multiple turns and hope for some miracle dots, because otherwise you're not winning with that shuffle trigger.
mhm.
I don't know, maybe the shuffle isn't as bad as I thought it was. It looked really bad.
Hey, look, a scrying pool.
I want to see it draw like 10 cards just to be like, not good enough. What is that? 4, 5, 7, 7 chords.
Yeah, it's pretty
Pretty
good.
card. It's almost a seer. Even better at seer.
Yeah, I think it's a little better.
Yeah.
I guess it did
12.
only draw actions costing between 2 and 4, so in that sense, it's because thanks to Canal.
Yeah.
Scrying pool isn't a bad card. Yeah, I agree with that.
Shocking. Who would have known? Yes, definitely counterfeit the potion and get 2 more pool.
Well, first he has to draw his potion, but that shouldn't be too hard.
Wow, he isn't. Yeah. I'm not
I
going
guess
to
he's.
Vineyard.
I-
I mean, I'm just buying Secret Passage or something that gives me points and doesn't lower piles. You can also. How close is he to. Well, you don't want to risk. Does he have a win this turn? Wait, that's 3 boys. That
That was kind of a
7
weird
boys, that's
thing
8
that he just did. He
boys.
discarded 3 estates, and now has to trigger his shuffle
Yeah.
and top deck 2 estates if he wants one for the Baron. Like, why not just discard a copper?
I wonder if he has a win. Don't think it's money though. Well, certainly not like this. Right? Well, he had a bandit camp, doesn't he? Didn't he discard a bandit?
Yeah, he discarded the bandit camp. I mean, he would have triggered the shuffle with it, so I guess it's fine.
Well, if you win, you don't care.
Well, that's certainly true.
So,
Okay, so the pile out is the pile out goons
17.
and counterfeiter embassy, or is it estate?
Well, there is no. He only has 22 money. Pile potentially. Gaining a state. What would possibly enough to be?
So he can
10
get to
gains. You can get to 7 buys.
7 buys, yeah, which is not enough to pile on estates. So
So he was 1 gain short in the estates. Pretty sure. 8. Yeah, he was 1 gain short in the estate.
and he doesn't have the money to pile.
No, he would have had
otherwise.
the money to pile the estates goods, but yeah, he doesn't have the money.
So
It's like
so what
21
he
or
should have
something.
done, I guess, is hung on to Baron Bandit
There
Camp.
was no win with his deck. I think.
Sorry,
There was no win with his deck.
you don't think so? Even if he had like discarded copper instead and just gone ahead and triggered the shuffle because it didn't matter.
Well, he's not getting the money for counterfeit goons, and he's not getting a magical gain out of thin air. So
Well, but I mean,
Even-
he discard with embassy. He discarded Baron Goon's Bandit Camp. If he'd kept the Bandit Camp,
oh, he discarded goons. Yeah, okay, then he had a win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
then he definitely had to win. I didn't see he had a goons.
he also had the Baron.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah,
also gives you the plus
yeah.
buy.
I knew that. I knew the. Well, Baron is 2 gains because you gain the state. But yeah, I
Oh
thought.
yeah, actually, Baron gaining a state that would also do it. Yeah.
No, I accounted for that. I didn't account that he had another.
Okay.
But yeah, then he had exact gains for
But
the
yeah, I think his
state
embassy
goons
discards were
pilot.
just incorrect.
Well, the order of them was also incredibly weird. Not just what he discarded, but also when he played the embassies seemed very odd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, I missed the goons in the deck.
Yeah, I think Topher's probably
He had
right.
enough money for
Just take pools, passages, and win next turn.
27, and he has what in hand now? It's 12, 15, 17, and then 18 and 20,
I mean,
22, so he would need quite a lot more. I don't think he had a win on that front. Maybe he did. No. Certainly in the deck with better or more pools were certainly possible. I don't know.
wait, did he just counterfeited his counterfeit?
No, he didn't. Right?
He
Doesn't
did.
look like it. The log doesn't. Oh, he did. What? Yeah, he did.
Okay, I'm guessing that's what he wants to undo.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. No, he wants to counterfeit potion instead of
Okay.
copper. Okay.
I mean, it's fine to counterfeit.
Yeah. That I just don't agree with counterfeiting the counterfeit. If you're not winning that this turn, like keep the counterfeit.
Well, you remove the counterfeit from your deck, and you trash as many non-counterfeit things as you do anyway. So you might as well kill it if you expect to win next turn and don't really need the money from it.
Well, I
next
guess the
turn.
question is, will he need the money?
Well, I just don't want to dot, because if I don't dot, then I win anyway, and I like counterfeiting the counterfeit personally.
I don't like buying the vineyard.
Yeah, that's why I bought a vineyard.
Like, yeah, with the counter. Oh, he bought a potion. Okay, then definitely shouldn't have bought a vineyard. Should have just gotten a scrying pool.
What? Man, this is very hard to try and rationalize. I mean, just by passages, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he could use another bandit camp too, evidently, because he ran out of actions, but that doesn't increase the threat of a pilot. So
I mean, he does have the actions, right? He had another bandit.
he did, yeah. I mean, it's a sequencing thing.
I mean, I don't think it will matter.
It shouldn't.
Well, what is Fircoal gonna do?
This would be a win with Talisman in play. That's true.
Top deck is scrying pool magically or something. Just put a scrying pool into your deck as Fircoal and then draw your entire deck. That's basically what would have to happen.
Well, I'm not sure. Does Fircoal's deck have the capacity to get enough cards to end the game?
If he had his entire deck in it,
Well, I mean, accounting
that
for
would need a pool. No, he certainly can't win with any draw that's actually in his deck.
Right.
Not even remotely close. Unlike in the magical world where Steph gives him a pool on top of the deck.
Ooh, that's not a good looking draw for Hakha.
Nope. But it's not like it's not like Fircoal is doing anything. What is he gonna do? Buy a touchy?
I certainly wouldn't do that. Oh,
Well, I would certainly resign, but
I guess as Fircoal, I would probably just maybe bottom deck a spoils or something.
man, you're really into this, trying to find the best play no matter how desperate the game is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm not that disciplined, so he doesn't doubt. So that should just be it.
Well,
No,
that
could still that. Wow.
yeah, that was not ideal. Okay, getting better. I would bottom deck a goons, I think. Like just in the hopes of finding my
Yeah.
scrying pool.
Either that or put one of the treasures somewhere where Minster guarantees discards it, but that doesn't seem correct. You're looking at something that's still likely a dot, so.
Yeah, because you need to draw a card with Minstrel that's gonna draw more
Yes.
cards. So. Okay, well he did put a goon somewhere. I don't know where. All right, he should be good at this point. He's got the pool.
Yeah. Oh, that was only 3
all right. That
drawn.
wasn't as good as it could have been. But now he's got an embassy. we're making our way there.
Still good enough. Ah, there's the pool.
Yeah.
Also not the best pool. Good enough, but
Yeah. Good enough.
only 4 cards. Ah, terrible. Well, that's 5 goons at least in play, and then that, so that's 6 buys, that's certainly it, but...
Yeah.
Seven buys even, and then, yeah. Currently 1 buy short of a state goons. 6, yeah.
2 by short, right?
No, because Baron can gain a state.
Oh, right. Well, I mean that comes to. Oh, yeah, yep. Because the +1 buy is not the same thing.
It's probably when I'm goons counterfeit. I'm just too lazy to count. But is it 5 goons? That's 10 money, 16 money, 19 money. He needs 21.
Yeah, he needs 21, and that
Well, now it's definitely.
that should be.
Oh, he discarded a state, so he had it before as well. Ah, he had it before. With the Baron.
Well, he's still choosing
He
what
still
to
has
discard.
it.
Just discard potion.
Man, that was not a convincing series of games from Hakha. I must say, I'm a little disappointed.
Okay, yeah, he's still.
Well,
He's still
it's
got
still
it.
an easy win. Very easily.
Probably counting.
You can counterfeit the potion and you still have it. So.
True, but I would think counterfeit spoils would be like an obvious like guarantee of getting there. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, it won, so it was good.
Yeah, there's the pilot on secret passage. Okay.
Well, it's card cheaper. Price next one.
So I like the takeaways from this. Delaying pool is good, as we witnessed. All right. Well, congratulations to Hakha, who is moving on to face somebody. A Moffat 11 in Fleet. That sounds like an intense cage match. Fleet.
Sounds one of the more ring runners things to choose as a cage match. Like, it doesn't do much until end of the game.
Yeah, but it changes the way that you think about the end of the game a lot of the time, and that's pretty impactful. It feels impactful to me when I play on boards with Fleet. Like, it feels more complicated.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't, like, I'd still rather play with something like Sculptor.
Sure.
Even though it wasn't the best in those games, I was a little disappointed at my favorite card.
It's
Well, I
called.
didn't buy it in the first game, so well, what can I do? Of course, it let me down. Yeah, it is my favorite RTS.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna sign off. But thank you for joining me, and hope everyone enjoyed the commentary. And I'll see people next time for another match.